Welcome back to episode 9 of Shit You Should Know. So today we're going to be talking all things supplements with a little bit of protein in there as well. So supplements is a massive thing. I think a lot of people sort of look straight to supplements before they've got anything else in line. There's hundreds, thousands, loads. There's a lot of supplements on the market. There's a lot that are unnecessary. We're going to go through the ones that we would sort of possibly recommend, the ones that we would definitely avoid, and like I say, a little bit on protein. So I'll throw a question to G. Someone comes into you, says, I'm going to lose weight, what 3 supplements should I take?
Oh, I would word it nicely. It's always that step back and go, actually, let's look at the 3 things that are actually most important for your fat loss journey. And then see if we need to have supplements in there. So the first thing you need to look at is calorie deficit. We need to be training just because that's good for our health and will help the calorie deficit. And then I'd say protein as well. Supplements kind of come into, if someone then said, right, well, I'm aiming for my calorie deficit, but I'm a vegetarian, then it's like, okay, then we'll actually maybe look at supplementations like having B vitamins and vitamin D and calcium and stuff that you're not getting from your diet and you can't get. But before you do that, you do want to try your best at getting it from the foods itself, because obviously our body wants food. It doesn't want like a capsule of whatever it is that we need. So we want to get as much as we can from the diet, but if you need to add in a supplement, you can do. I take supplements. You take supplements?
When I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at remembering, to be fair. I would say like a multivit, if I remember, but I very rarely remember. Protein powder, but I wouldn't even class that as a supplement, but we'll come on to that. And creatine, when I remember, but I very rarely remember. So
really good habit, because I get it out with my my nuts and seeds in the morning, so I like get everything out at the same time. I think I've done it for a good 3 months.
Yeah,
like remembered to take it. Yeah.
I mean, I reckon I did 4 weeks max, and then I'm just get out of the habit. But I even put it next to the coffee machine, still forget.
I think that's the other thing as well. Actually, when at first it can be that, oh, when should I take it? When's the right time? But if you try and take it at the, in quote, right time every day, you'll forget because it's inconvenient. But if you just take it at whatever time works and you know that you can be consistent with it, then it's like, well, that's better than being in and out of it all the time. It's just, you know, you're taking it and, okay, it might not have digested the best way it's done, but it might have as well. So having it and hoping that it's all gone okay. I don't know. I don't know much about the digestion and how it all interacts, but I think taking it and remembering is better than not. Yeah. If you need it.
I think some they've definitely got a place. I think we don't talk too much about them to members unless we think they need them. But it's like they've definitely got a place. Some more than others. Any that say they're going to help you lose fat, don't waste your time or money.
Oh yeah.
There's no supplement on the market legal that is going to help you lose fat.
No. Even things like coffee, when people say, oh, I'll have this coffee, is it like spirulina? What is that? Why is that just popped in my head? I don't know.
Spirulina's in a super green drink that I used to drink.
Oh, right.
Fucking tastes like mud.
Well, yeah, there's all that kind of stuff where it's like, oh, we'll boost your metabolism and all, it's just, no. Yeah.
No. That is the thing with supplements, it's a minefield. Yeah. Unless you like I say, take protein out of it. Creatine, again, that's just one that is proven to help with definitely strength, definitely building muscle. More recently, I think brain function and things like that. Yeah. So creatine, probably one of the most tested and one of the most proven. So take that out as well. The rest of them depend on you and the person, and the only real way to test it is blood samples, doctors, things like that. Are you actually deficient in something? If you are, supplements will help. If you can't do it with diet, most of the time you could probably do it with diet.
I think
so. It's a bit of a guessing game.
Yeah. Another point as well is not to just take a supplement because it's like, oh well, it'll be good for me, because you don't actually want to have too much of anything either. Like, if you know that you're getting plenty of fibre, then you don't need to take like a fibre supplement or whatever they're called. Or if you know that you have plenty of chicken, eggs and stuff, then you don't need a B12 vitamin. But if you are showing in blood tests that maybe you do, or maybe some signs would be that you're always lacking in energy. But then again, it's like, well, what about your sleep routine? What about everything else? So there's so many like...
Yeah, I think if you look at, like I say, get everything else in order first. Food, sleep, training, lifestyle, stress. Get all them in order first. Like you'd maybe look at them like over a period of time and then start to look to supplements.
Yeah.
That's obviously what we tend to do. Or go to your doctors, get tested, see if you're deficient, and then look at training, diet, and then supplements. So, that is the only thing with supplements. It's a bit of a guessing game. If we was to recommend sort of like 2 or 3 as like a just to cover your back, like what most people, what a lot of people would sort of benefit from. In the UK, vitamin D, because we don't get a lot, hence the weather outside at the minute.
What is vitamin D for people?
Vitamin D. Vitamin D is mainly you mainly get it from the sun. You can't get too much. Can you get any from food? You can't get too much from food. We don't tend to get a lot from food, if any, and then it mainly comes from sunlight. And in the UK, we don't get that much sun.
And even if we do, we then put like sun cream on, or like wearing
clothes. Or we sit in an office all day, so we miss most of the sun. So yeah, vitamin D for a lot of people, omega 3s and 6s, which are obviously you get a lot of it in. You can get a lot in diet, but if you're not eating fish regularly, especially oily fish, you can get an imbalance, and that is one that will help with a lot of things like energy. I want to say joint and things like that. So omega 3s and 6s, a lot of people would benefit from.
But again, if you are already having oily fish and stuff,
that's it. Yeah,
you can need it.
Yeah, it can easily be done through diet, that one.
Yeah.
And a multivit is a bit of a tick all boxes. Like, I personally take one, but it is just a tick all boxes.
I'm not a fan of them.
No. I just do it.
Just eat your fruit and veg, and you would have done it. Like, you don't need the extra bit.
Yeah, the awesome supplements it's called. It's like 4 tablets to be fair, but that covers a lot of things that you might not necessarily get without like heaps of it. But it is one of them. I'm not saying money's not, but like I won't waste money on it as a starter.
Yeah.
So it can be, you can just tick some boxes with that, but like I say, not necessarily for most. And then if you're looking to get stronger, build some lean muscle, training performance, creatine's pretty cheap and pretty well proven.
I think maybe we should talk a little bit more about the creatine actually, because a lot of people think that creatine's like protein and that it will help you gain muscle. Formula. But it won't. Like, I describe it as creatine's a little bit like a different type of carbohydrate. So it's like when you go for a run, you'll use carbohydrates for energy. When you're doing more strength training, you'll use phosphocreatine. So when you're training in the gym and you want to increase your phosphocreatine store, the best thing to take is creatine. And we get that from things like eggs and meats. But if you're vegetarian, then you will consume a lot less creatine. Your body does make it itself as well, but if you do want to push yourself in the gym, then it's good to like give yourself that extra boost of not just relying on your body to make it from the foods you eat and from whatever, but to actually give your body and go, oh, here's some creatine, and it will store up in your muscles so that when you are training, you've got that energy and that extra push, so that instead of going, I can only do 6 reps with this weight, you might actually be able to do 7 or 8. So then because you can push further, that's where the strength gains come from. It's not from the creatine itself, but it's from actually pushing. Like, if you can take it, but then don't train, or you don't actually push yourself, then it's not going to help.
Yeah.
It'll just be an energy store. But yeah, to actually push yourself that little bit more, that's what it's helpful. And like we were saying before, brain function as well.
Yeah. I think some people, like, we're going to go on to protein powder as well, but some people think, like, still see creatine almost like a steroid, and it's like, it's not quite that. It is, like you say, it's just a natural thing in the body. We get it from food. Our body uses it to produce force, and it's then that is it. It's like we're not going on creatine.
That's why I say it's like a carbohydrate.
Yeah, it is. Anyone who wants to perform well in the gym and get stronger, which, to be fair, if you listen to this, it should be the majority of people, then the majority will benefit from creatine, not just your bodybuilders of the world. And that is the same with protein, which is we're going to come on to. So we've sort of kept protein separate, protein powder especially. Again, some people see it as like this magic formula that is, you're going to drink a protein shake and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not really the case, to be fair. No. What would you say to someone who what was the question? What was the question? So from protein.
So someone said to me, "I'm taking protein powder. So does that mean I'm going to get really strong?" And it's a yes and a no, but it's that ideology that, right, okay, I'm eating protein, so I'm going to get loads of muscle now. It's like, well, actually, no, we do need to make sure we are lifting the weights consistently and we are progressing in the gym. Like, that is number one. But what is beneficial for that journey is to have protein so that you can recover better and actually grow. It's actually important as well to have the calories to grow your muscle too.
Yeah.
But protein is there and needed. With the protein powder, I think it's
magic
best to see it, as another source of food. So you have things like eggs, chicken, tuna, fish, or milk, cheese, like that list goes on, and then just throw protein powder into there. So it's just another source of protein. You can have it however you like. You can have it in your porridge, you can have it as a shake, you can cook it, you can not cook it, like, it doesn't matter, it's just another source of food, just like chicken. And the most beneficial way to, I don't want to say take protein, but like consume protein, whether it's powder or chicken, would be to have a big dose of it, like 30-gram serve. See, this is where other people get confused actually, where if you say to have 30 grams of protein, they'll weigh out 30 grams of chicken, but it's not. Like, a chicken has other things in it, like water as well, so it will weigh about 100 grams but have 30 grams of protein. So you want to have about 30 grams of protein, not of the actual food, in each meal for that, like, big influx, because your body likes that big influx of protein and amino acids to then build the muscle. So if breakfast, lunch, dinner, you have that big intake, then you'll be fine. And it doesn't matter whether it's protein powder, chicken, tuna, like I keep saying, it's just protein.
Good thing with protein powder is the convenience of it. Like, a lot of people would benefit from getting more protein in, and to be able to just mix a bit of powder with some water and just drink it as you go is a lot easier than trying to eat a meal on the go, sort of thing. So the convenience of protein powder, good, but I'm afraid it's not magic.
I think as well, not having to that pressure of having to have it as soon as you've done a workout, like, I need a protein shake, or even during a workout, you don't need that there. You can just have water or squash or whatever. It's actually better to have a big influx, like I was saying before, of protein rather than just like sips throughout an hour. And when you look at like the response of the muscles, when you do have the protein, you've got like a 2-hour window afterwards. And most of the time, if you train in the morning or you train in the evening, or even at lunch, like, you're going to eat either 2 hours before or 2 hours after. So you'll be within that window. So you don't need to go, I need to have an extra meal right next to my protein, right next to my training session. Like, it's fine. Just breakfast, lunch, dinner, big serving of protein, and you're fine.
Yeah, agree with that. So, wrapping up.
Yeah. If you have any questions on that as well, let us know. We've got loads of guides as well. So if you are a member and you're unsure about where to get protein from, maybe want some meal ideas or anything, just drop us a message and we can send that over, or book in for a check-in call as well and talk it through. But if you're not a member, then if you have any questions, get in touch. And if you'd like to become a member as well, then I don't blame you.
Door's always open. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you on episode 10.